The Transplant Center at Barnes-Jewish and Washington University have always led and been leaders in the field of innovation, whether that's around clinical research or basic science research.
The solid organ transplant programs at Barnes-Jewish Hospital are known both nationally and internationally. Transplantation started with the first kidney transplant being performed in 1963. In those days, literally handfuls of kidney transplants were performed each year with survival rates that were nowhere near what we see today.
Dr. Anderson was in the faculty here. He felt that it was time to form a transplant program.
It was really a big event, and typically you knew that something big was going on. The entire hospital knew that we were, performing some of our very first transplants. The early phases of any solid organ transplantation are frequently marked by disappointments related to technical failures. How do you make those organs survive in the host for as long as possible? So infection prevention, immunosuppression.
Procedures took much longer. The blood loss was greater, the transfusions were greater. The ability to successfully transplant a patient and have a functioning new organ weren't nearly as good.
When cyclosporin came on the market in the 1980s, that was really one of the major breakthroughs where you saw acute rejection rates plummet and 1 year and 5 year graft survivals increase drastically.
Because we were one of the first lung transplant programs, I think many other programs looked to us for guidance and advice and adopted many of the practices that were followed here. The operation for a double lung transplant or a bilateral transplant that is widely used in the United States and elsewhere now was developed here at Barnes-Jewish Hospital.
By the 90s, we were very active in really all solid organ transplant areas, and we've continued to grow since that time.
Working with Mid-America Transplant, we have been able to expand the donor pool by actually not expanding the number of donors. So we're able to use more organs than we were in previous generations.
Yes, they're distinct organs. Yes, distinct problems, but there are issues that are similar throughout all the programs. We formed this solid organ transplant steering committee. It's been, I think, a huge success. Again, Dr. Chapman and I have the honor of leading this incredible group of people who have literally taken the program as a whole to new heights.
One unique aspect about our program, which I believe is due to the close partnership between Washington University School of Medicine and Barnes-Jewish Hospital, is that we excel both at clinical care and basic and translational research that advance the care of transplant patients.
We're not only just taking care of patients on a regular basis, we're actually doing research into the mechanisms that cause end-stage organ disease and also into transplant itself.
We have led and continue to provide amazing research that will support organ transplantation across the country as we move forward.